Hi, thanks so much for joining me again. This is Dr. Sandra Herrera Spinelli and your 2 minute tips for wellness. And today's tip is to let go of your inner critic. And during this time, um, we're still in the crisis and we're still under the stay at home order, and life has changed unexpectedly for all of us. And what I've noticed is the stay at home order has really forced us to be with ourselves. And if you haven't noticed, um, that there's a voice inside your head that is criticizing you, well, good for you. Great. I'm glad that you've already taken care of, or you silenced it, or you've managed to not have a loud critical voice in your head. Um, However, if you are noticing that you have an overpowering critical voice, let the critical voice, let that inner critic go. That's my tip for you. And I am totally being vulnerable with you guys today by showing, this is where I'm at. Um, the house is a wreck. Even though I'm staying at home, you would think that I would have more time to have things to do. Anyways, so I actually have a demonstration for you to show you how this inner critic is actually paralyzing and keeps us stuck. And that's why I'm encouraging you to let it go. So if you notice yourself, right, and your inner critic, um, what happens is that this is what happens and this is how you get stuck. So let's use me as an example. I was committing to making daily videos, right? So here's my optimistic self, my determined self, and okay, so I optimistic, determined, and creative. I love doing these because I love having an outlet for my creativity. Anyways, so here's my inner critic. I didn't do it. So part of this challenge that I was going through is I was criticizing myself and saying, "You're such a loser, Sandra. You couldn't follow through. Look at how many people put videos out. Look at how successful other people are." And I'm like, and then so there's three things that can happen. Well, actually lots, but I'm going to summarize that. I could allow the inner critic and do a spiral. It's like, yeah, and I could tell myself, yeah, I suck. I'm a loser. People are better than me. I'm such a failure, right? So you stay stuck, right? Or another thing you could do is you can come up with excuses. Well, you know, I have a family, I'm married, I'm trying to be a good wife, I'm trying to be a good mom, I'm trying to be a business owner, I'm also seeing clients, blah, 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 right? So then that's how you stay stuck, because you're fighting with your critic with excuses of what's going on. And what's a third, um, the third way of being stuck is, you know what, people call it procrastination. How would we call it? Avoiding. The inner critic says, "Oh, you said, well, you know what? I got to do this," or you avoid whatever the critic is saying. So the bottom line is there's no movement. You stay stuck. So when you let go of the inner critic, what happens? Okay, so we're just gonna. Okay, so the inner critic shuts up. You let go of the inner critic. And you're like, so using myself as an example, I suck. I didn't make any videos. All right. And so if you want to even more more so like help yourself just say it's okay. And then if you can muster some nurturance and say, it's okay, Sandra, you'll have time later. So then it's like, okay, it's okay, Sandra, everything you have to do can wait, like the laundry. It's okay, Sandra, you can ask for help. And actually, if you could even boost it any more and say, you know, Sandra, you really are creative. You have fun making these videos. And actually, you want to put quality videos that are helpful for people. So this is why we're doing a visual demonstration, for instance. But really, what I would love to encourage you, and we'll talk more about nurturing your advocate. Okay, there it is. Oops, is it? Oh, that's great. It's upside down. Because when you nurture your inner advocate, it actually creates momentum and actually allows creativity to flow. There's movement. What I'm saying, movement happens when we let go of the inner critic. We nurture the inner advocate. I actually say the inner cheerleader, but sometimes I think that could be overwhelming for people, like cheerleader. Okay, so let's use just advocate for yourself. Say it's okay. Just say it's okay. I'll say that. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Sandra, that you didn't put out videos. It's okay, Sandra, that you really wanted to do something fun and creative. It's okay, Sandra, that laundry's not put away and laundry's waiting for you. It's okay that you asked for help. It's okay. And it's okay can be the start of nurturing this inner advocate. So you can create, because the goal is how to get it. We don't want to keep keeping us stuck. We want to have some movement. So let go of the inner critic, nurture the advocate, allow for momentum, and what happens is you create space. This is the thing. You create space for creativity, you create space for inspiration, and then even more so, this is a new term that came out in one of my sessions about you create weird motivation. Like this video with my visual aids. Anyways, it's okay. It's okay. Let go of the critic. Nurture your inner advocate. And we'll talk more. So that's your 2-minute tip. Tune in again, and I'll give you some more ideas and demonstrations of how to nurture yourself and be well. This is your 2-minute tip to wellness. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great day.